Hey America, what's going on everyone? How we doing today? Yes. Um, Gosh, I think I lost track of the date. December um, 14th, I think. Yeah, somewhere around that. December 14th, 2022. I am Michael Tomlinson, and I'm still a badass American tear. And you can be a badass American tear too. Just jump on board, man. We can, uh, make it together. Both be two superheroes. And knock it out. And really just knock out hate. You know, what is it with haters? What is it with people that hate? I don't understand that. Um, I have been going through this my whole life of dealing with haters, and not and I can't really say I'm a hater toward anything. I just moving along with my life and doing the best I can do, and it can be sidetracked depending on how much I'm out and about in public with just random people, random haters that I don't even know. They don't know me, but for some reason I become a target. So, and I'm used to that. I mean, it's just it's been up and down. There were times where it was really, really bad. I mean, it was so obvious that there was something going on there, and even that in that 2 year period or whatever period, that how long that was. I mean, it's always been bad, but this was like really bad. Um, when I'm hanging out with people in that time period, my friend would say, "Hey, let's go over here and grab some noodles, or let's go over there and grab a snack." I just be hesitant to answer yes or no. I mean, I want to say yes because I don't mind. Who wants to? Noodles are great. So I don't mind grabbing noodles or going to a small bar. And having a drink. Stuff like that. So it would and if I agree, I let my friend know. I said, okay, sounds good. Let's go there and grab something. And then I mentioned to them, like, but when something happens when we first walk in, don't freak out. It's just what's going to happen. And they're like, what are you talking about? I was like, I don't even want to talk about that. You'll see when you see. I mean, you'll understand it when it happens. And so we go to the place and we walk in the front doors, and there's scattered people around, and you hear people having their own conversations, like in the distance, and then out of nowhere, we walk in, and within like 2 seconds, everyone stops, and they all just turn around and look at me and my friend. I mean, they just look at us, and this awkward, everything becomes silent all of a sudden for a little bit. And there've been times where I mocked it, and I would just do a big kind of wave, and then like say, "Hey, everyone," like, because I was just, they made me just as uncomfortable. I mean, I didn't know what to do. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I just walked in, and now I'm being, I don't know what I'm being. I, you know, I don't think it's a good thing, though. I think it's a hateful thing. I think there's something about that, or the presence of something that's going on there that really affects people in the whole room, literally the whole room. So I've had, then it just kind of, everyone just kind of goes back. So it only well, it doesn't last like a long, long time, that uncomfortable, just like a second or two, but it's noticeable. It's very noticeable. And that's when my friend will say, wow, that was weird. That was like really bizarre what just happened. And I'm like, yeah, wasn't that? And I was like, man, that's just, you know, people are just wacko. And, and so, but I already predicted that anyways. I kind of knew that was going to kind of happen at the time because it was at an all-time high. I mean, people yelling at me from like 100 yards away, seriously hating on me from like, I mean, what is going on? So anyways, back to the haters and why people hate. So the more good you do, you're probably going to bring on more haters. And sometimes I cross-reference nowadays with two different aspects that make conversation sense, and people can relate to it in one way or not relate to it in another way. So it's one way to look at it. It's like the Matrix. It's just, I'm not in the Matrix and everybody else is. So when the presence of me, people in the Matrix are attacking me, because, they turn into be those, how that special agent, like you look like a regular person, then all of a sudden in the Matrix movie they go, and they turn into an agent, and they're, out there doing their job, trying to bring down the Matrix or whatever they're trying to do. So I pictured everyone around me like that, at any second, any moment, any time, man, anywhere, they go and turn into some like agent to attack me. So that's one way of looking at it. Second way is a spiritual way, and being that, like maybe there's truly is a spiritual battle going on that we're all unaware of. It may be, there is demonic forces and evil forces out there that are doing their best to attack, people they think that, well, non-evil people like me, like enlightenment people, because that is just completely opposite of what they are, and it being evil, attacking the non-evil, I guess I should say, and so that's another way, it's this spirit war is just alive and well, with the forces on this planet. And there's good and there's bad. And, so that's another way I can look at it, because they're both just as unexplainable anyways. So I'm just trying to give myself some room in my brain to come up with my own kind of comfort level, like, because I can't really say exactly what it is. I just know that, I've watched other YouTube videos where people will say, well, if you're doing this, you're just going to be attacked, by everyone and everything all the time. And I was like, man, I relate to that, and so so it could be, and that leans toward more of the spiritual outlet, of like what's going on here. And then there's people who try to use the word matrix, which is kind of like the same thing, but matrix to say the same thing. that people are plugged into something and they're not or we're not, and therefore the matrix can work against you too because you're not part of it. So, and living on the same planet of people that are in the matrix, um, and that they can become uncomfortable and weirded out by people too, I guess, and then attack. That, they're both kind of bizarre things to think about, or just they're just people who just friggin' hate, man. They're just haters. They just randomly look around for anything or anyone that's slightly different from them, and then as soon as that happens, they focus on their energy on the hate, and the judgment and the profile and belittlement, the second class and people for being different. That's a very social thing going on in people's minds. And if that's going on with a lot of people's minds at one time. And that's dangerous, man. That's just as dangerous as, so they're all three kind of dangerous. Just being a hater is dangerous. So, I wish I could navigate you around and not be a hater. That's a tough thing to do because you kind of have to. This part of the first steps are based on you, so you have to make that decision. Like I don't want to be a hater. I don't want to judge. I don't want to just hate on people for no reason, and I want to grow through it. And then I, maybe people like me and other folks can help you take the next steps, that's necessary to grow through it. But we can't make that ultimate first decision of you saying that I refuse to be a hater. I want to be a lover. So I'd rather spread love than spread hate. I'd rather be honest than deceive. I'd rather, have faith than take action of fear. So those are the things that can be useful and helpful for you once the decision is made, because those are the beautiful things and breaking away from the negative things, and that's but those are that's another initial step, because you have to make that first step first, and then from there we can start to change together. Why not? So be careful. If you have haters in your life or you're friends with haters, be very, very, very careful. Please. They will bring you down. Believe me. Believe me when I say this, man. They will bring you down, and they'll make allies with other people around you to hate on you too. So now you got this conspiracy of folks hating in their own way. And that's, that can be tough, man. That's brutal. It's easy to get beat down if you have, 1, 2, 3, up to 5 people going up against you during your workday or day. That's no fun whatsoever. You got to really know how to navigate through life and be happy as people are being haters, and which I'm a pro at doing. So, which makes the haters hate me even more, because there's no real reaction to their actions. So, they never really get that satisfaction uh, of what they're doing. They have to live with it now. They have to deal with it now. I'm sure they think about me all the time because they, all they did was mess with an innocent person for whatever reason, and it was unsuccessful. So that's going to make that whole situation. You're just going to have to die thinking about it, because it's not something. There's no closure there. It's still an open channel, and not for me, but for them, because I didn't participate in it at all. So it leaves it all on them, all that mud, all that dirt, like everything about it is still with them. And that's not on me, man. Didn't jump in the mud, didn't roll around in the dirt with people, just kept moving forward, being a superhero, being an American cheer. And those are the challenges you may have to face too. I'm not sure. I'm just sharing what I've had experience, and I still do, except I'm not out in the public as much anymore, which is also helpful, and it's toned down a lot since those days, but it's still there. I still see it. In fact, I was just confronted with some random hate thing, like within the last 5 days. I mean, for sure. So it's just a part of my life, but it doesn't mean it's a part of life, though. I mean, it means if you're going to become an American cheater and start kicking ass, and becoming a superhero, we may have to really be a superhero. Stand up, face and conquer the Matrix or whatever you want to call it, just random people. And because you decided to do the right thing. You decided to do the good thing. And some folks just don't like that. So, so do the right thing. Do a good thing. Make people upset. Piss them off, man, with your love. That's what I say. If it's going to piss off people because you're spreading love, so be it. Really, at least you're not spreading hate. Or at least you're doing something rather than doing nothing too. Because if you're not doing anything, you're probably hating on people, and if you're doing something, you're probably loving on people. So let's stay active, let's stay proactive, let's take action and move forward. That is the way we should be doing things, the way we should be mindsetting ourselves daily to be doing anyways. So anyways, have a wonderful day. Enjoy yourself, have fun, eat some good food. I hope you laugh so hard today that it makes you pee in your pants, man. Like it just attacks you. That inner laughter, like, oh my God, that is so funny. That we could all use that. That is just the best emotion or reaction that any human could have. It's an authentic, real laughter. It makes me want to laugh right now just by saying that. So hope you laugh today. Like really, really like laugh. Okay. Peace. Love. We'll talk later. Bye.